got the gift of the NFL.
Doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. He was brought.
Talk about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
6. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
We got to step it up. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Flacco looks to throw. Got him in. He finds 6.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Look at it. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Watch the slot. Monday.
Flacco leaves to Lindsey on the draw. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Brings up third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Broncos 0. Raiders to kick off for Detroit.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Flacco now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, hurry up.
1st and 10.
Here's Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
We got 4. We got 4.
Out of the gun, it's Booker. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Flacco shifts by him. He'll find Lindsey here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. All even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsey so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsey. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
4 down. Monday. Let's go. We got something high.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He finds the rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hawkinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there at 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first. Send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested. And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin. Yeah, and that's okay. When you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused. Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes. That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example. Some pressure here. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 27. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Flacco. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Lindsey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Flacco from midfield. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Flacco from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now this is fielded in the end zone, so a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Play action. Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
51, like 51. Let's make these babies cry. Let's get back home, yo.
Throwing on 2nd down. Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jake Butt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Monday.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
T.J. Hawkinson there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. A give, running right, Lindsey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double right.
Now it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. into it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Stafford. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Denver, many wondered if a second win would come, but here it is as they climb to 2-13 now. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.